Take a creator with 1,000 followers. Now ask how much money they made last month from that audience. The answer, for the vast majority, is zero. Now take someone with just 100 people in their corner. 100, that's it. And they're quietly generating $4,000 a month. Every month, no brand deals, no sponsorships. This isn't theoretical. There's a specific threshold, a number, where creating goes from a hobby that costs you money to something that pays your rent, your groceries, your life. And I'm going to show you exactly what that number is, why it works, and how to get there. But first, you need to understand why everything you've been told about audience building is probably wrong. So the old advice. You've probably heard this one. Get 1,000 true fans. It came from this essay by Kevin Kelly back in 2008. The idea was straightforward. Find 1,000 people who'll spend $100 a year on whatever you make, and you've got $100,000 annual income. Great advice. For 2008. But here's the problem. That was a different internet. Attention wasn't fragmented the way it is now. People didn't follow 500 creators. Algorithms weren't deciding who sees what. Today, the average person's feed is chaos. They're drowning in content. And their willingness to spend money on any single creator, it's dropped significantly. So that 1,000 true fan model? For someone starting today from scratch, it's a mountain that doesn't need to be climbed. Because here's what the data actually shows. The creators who are sustaining themselves right now, full-time, no external funding, no sponsorships, they're working with a much smaller number. 100, that's the threshold. 100 true fans. Let me prove the math. Say you have 100 people who actually care about your work, not casual followers. Not people who liked one post and scrolled on. People who open your stuff, who reply, who trust you. Now let's say you create something worth $40 a month. Could be a private community, could be deep dive research, could be tools, templates, coaching, something with real value. If just 25% of those 100 people say yes, that's 25 people. You're making $1,000 a month. $1,000 from 25 people. Not 25,000 followers, 25 buyers, but that's just the starting point. Here's where depth beats width every single time. Those 100 people, they talk. They share your work with people who trust them. And the ones who are really invested, they'll spend more. Some will happily pay $100, $200, even $300 a month if you're solving a real problem for them. So here's what a mature 100-fan business actually looks like. 25 people at $40 a month. 15 people at $100 a month, 10 people at $150 a month. That's 50 people total, generating $4,000 a month, 50 people. Not 1,000, 50. That's $48,000 a year. Enough to quit a job you hate. Enough to live on in most places. Enough to fund the life you actually want while you build something bigger. Now let me show you why the opposite approach, the one most people take, fails so spectacularly. You post consistently. You use the right hashtags. You maybe even go viral once. And you hit 1,000 followers. Feels incredible. You've made it, right? So you launch something, a course, an ebook, a membership, and nothing. Maybe one sale, maybe two. Why? Let's do the math here too. The average engagement rate for an account with around 1,000 followers on Instagram is roughly 2%. That means out of 1,000 followers, about 20 people actually see and interact with your content on any given post. Now, of those 20 engaged people, the typical conversion rate to a paying customer is between 1 and 3%. 0.6 people, less than one person, from 1,000 followers. So maybe one person buys your $40 thing. That's $40 total, from 1,000 followers. Meanwhile, the person with 100 true fans made $4,000 that same month. This is why follower count is what it is. It's a vanity metric. Looks good in your bio, pays for nothing. All right, so the real question, the one that actually matters, is how? How do you find these 100 people? And this is where most creators sabotage themselves right out of the gate. They try to appeal to everyone. Don't do that. Here's what actually works. Step 1, go narrow, painfully narrow. Don't be a personal finance creator. Be a personal finance creator for freelance graphic designers in their 30s who are drowning in irregular income and don't know how to plan for taxes. That specific, maybe even more specific. Because when you speak directly to a narrow group, the people in that group feel something rare. They feel understood, and understanding builds trust faster than any marketing tactic ever will. Step 2. Give consistently before you ever ask for anything. Not lead magnets, not free PDFs designed to capture emails. I mean actually valuable stuff. Answer questions nobody else is answering. Share real numbers. Be honest about mistakes. The internet has enough perfectly curated highlight reels. People are starving for someone genuine. Do this for months, not once, not for a week. Months. Step 3. Give them a way to raise their hand. This is the mechanism that separates casual followers from potential true fans. Could be an email list, a private group, a community server. The platform doesn't matter, the principle does. You're creating a space where people voluntarily say, yes, I want to hear more from you specifically. Those people, they're your 100. Step 4. And this is where the money actually appears. Offer something worth paying for. But here's the critical mistake most people make. They build something first, then try to convince people it's valuable. That's backwards. Instead, listen first. What do your people keep asking about? What problem keeps coming up? What would save them time, money, or stress? Build that. Price it fairly. Offer it to the people who already raised their hands. Let me give you a concrete example. There's a guy who teaches dividend stock investing. That's his entire thing. Nothing else. For 8 months, he just posted analysis and answered questions in a small forum. No product, no pitch, no launch sequence, just helpful content consistently. During that time, about 90 people signed up to hear more from him. 90, not 90,000, 90. Then he launched a paid community, $29 a month. Weekly analysis, private chat, monthly live sessions where he'd answer anything. 32 of those 90 people signed up the first day. $928 a month. From 90 people on a list that took 8 months to build. Now here's where it gets good. Those 32 people told others. Word spread within that specific niche. Within a year, he had 110 paying members, over $3,100 a month, and his total audience across everything, email, social, the forum, was under 300 people. He crossed $50,000 in annual revenue with less than 300 people paying attention to him. No sponsorships, no viral moments, no luck. Just about 100 people who trusted him enough to pay $29 a month. So here's what I want you to actually take from this. The conventional approach is build a big audience first, then figure out monetization. That's building on sand. It works for the 0.01% who go viral. It fails for everyone else. The approach that actually works for real people is the reverse. Know what you're selling. Know who you're selling it to. Then find the 100 people who fit that profile and serve them relentlessly. Every piece of content, every post, every email, it all serves that goal. It's not random, it's strategic. If you're sitting there right now with 500 followers or 300 or even 120 and you feel like you're failing because you're not at 10,000 yet, stop. You don't need 10,000. You need 100 people who genuinely care about what you're doing. Find them, serve them, be honest with them, build something they actually want. The 100 true fan threshold isn't glamorous. Nobody writes articles about the creator with 87 followers making $4,000 a month. It doesn't make for a good headline, but it works. It's sustainable. And it's the most reliable path to making a real living as a creator. 100 people. That's your target. Not 1,000, not 10,000. 100. Stop chasing followers. Start finding fans. If this was helpful, there's more on the channel.